If you have been watching me, I have been always saying that I spent 3 years making my first game, and compared to the time I spent on that project, I didn't make a lot of money. But I don't want to give up, so I made a little bit like a small research to see what games are selling well on Steam and what genres are really popular and what people really like. But at the same time, I don't want to make just what people like. I want to find something I really love to play. So I found like a lot of genres like roguelike, city builders, they are really selling well. But I found a genre that I really like, which is simulator games. Simulator games have been really successful in the last 10 years. So we saw a lot of simulator games, like the most realistic simulator games like Flight Simulator or Farming Simulator. And there is like kind of simulators like Gas Station Simulator or Supermarket Simulator, which is one of the recent releases. But I have been always saying that I'm 2D artist. I am not a 3D artist. I can't make 3D art. I want to make something in top-down. I loved playing Overcooked. I don't know if you consider Overcooked a simulation, but I think I like the idea of Overcooked. So I want to make something really similar to Don't Starve and Cult of the Lamb, but a simulator game. A simulator game about a delivery. You can play it alone, but you can enjoy more if you play it co-op. So in the game, I want to make a small money economy that can make the player buy vehicle. In every vehicle, you have the ability to deliver a specific item, which is, let's say, for motorbikes are gonna be really fast, but they can't deliver heavy stuff. But if you buy the van, you can deliver heavy, expensive, let's say, furniture. So I don't want just the player to deliver items without any obstacle. The first obstacle I made, which is done I think now, it's the fuel system. So every car of course has a fuel and you need to buy the fuel to move. That's so basic. But I want to make other obstacles, let's say traffic or other stuff. I still don't know what obstacle I really need. Why I'm making that? Because I didn't find a lot of delivery games, to be honest. I just find like 2 games, one really realistic and one I found it like in Gang Beast style. What I made and what was the hardest thing that I faced in the last 2 weeks. So let's start with the art style. As I said, I am really good at 2D compared to 3D because I have no experience with 3D. So I started making only 2D art for the game. I made the character so you can see him in every like direction when he's going up, down, left and right, and even in the edges. So you can see him in every position. I want him to look like a 3D character. So I want to make the buildings at the beginning. I made them in 2D and I want them to look like 3D. Like I want to make that illusion, but it was really hard for me, to be honest, because the game is top down and it was actually really hard, not gonna lie. So I tried the whole world in 3D, but I found like there is no uniqueness for it because I used only assets, and especially for the character I felt like I have no control. I'm really new to that, so I went back to 2D. Imagine I'm making the game in a 2D scene, but I had to make the whole environment, let's say stores, houses, and even the van you deliver with in 3D. So the 3D items are gonna be in the 2D scene.
Let me stop you here for a second. I will go back when I said it was really hard to make 2D houses and like a 3D illusion. So I have been using orthographic camera in Unity and I have 3D assets in the scene, which is the van. When you use orthographic, they will show the van, the 3D model, as a 2D sprite. So I needed to change from orthographic to perspective to show the van as a 3D model from every perspective of the van. And when I was using a 2D asset as a house, when you go right or left, you can see behind the house and they can see the 2D sprite. This is the problem. This is why I said it's really hard. This is why I jumped to 3D models for the houses.
So when you are driving forward with the van, you are going with a y-axis.
It's like you're going up, but you're going forward.
So it's all about the illusion. I don't think the player will find it, but it's gonna be really hard for me. So as you can see in the video, I can drive the car really normally and nothing wrong with it. But what you are seeing now is just like a placeholder, especially for the buildings and the stores, because this is not the style I want. I'm looking forward to make something look like a Disney style. So for the characters, I don't want just to make only one character. I want to make a female and male character, so you can choose And maybe in the future you can change the skins of the character, let's say clothes and everything. By the way, the whole idea about the game, it's like you are a delivery guy. You can use your application in your phone, you can see the minimap in your phone, and orders, you can accept them and you go deliver any. But in the beginning, as I said, you can start with a bike or maybe on foot, and after that, when you make a lot of money, you can buy other items. I still didn't decide for other items, but I know that I need a vehicle. It's gonna be car, van, motorbike, and bicycle. Or e-bike too. For now, I made an order system, but it's not really linked to the game environment, so I made just the UI. As you can see, there is like random places to go, random stores, let's say pizza or music or book store, I don't know, this is just an examples. And I had like addresses, random addresses, imaginary addresses, of course, that you can deliver to. So as you can see, I decided that the houses, the stores, and the vehicles are gonna be in 3D, but the character, the main character, in 2D. So I can have full control in the character. I want him to be unique, and I will try to change everything from the assets to make them unique as possible. So why I'm making all that? I'm trying something really new for myself. It is really fun so far, but at the same time, it's not gonna take a long time as the last project. At least I hope that. But I think I can make it like 6 months if I really focus on that. But at the same time, I'm trying to do freelance because I really need to support myself, and I want to jump into a freelance as a game developer. So I'm trying Upwork, so maybe that can be another video if I had a lot of experience, and I will talk to you about that if you are a game developer and want to jump into freelance. I still don't have the experience to talk about it. But yeah, the first reason is to make something that people like and on Steam really sell. I can make it in shorter time, not like a single player with a story and cinematic every level. There is only one level, and I want to make something really playable on mobile if I wanted to port it to mobile and for consoles too. So I think it's easier than my previous game, Pre-Dusk. It's gonna be really easier for me to port it to consoles or mobile. And at the same time, I maybe if I make a great demo, I will pitch it to a publisher and I will try publisher. I'm not gonna avoid publisher this time because I really need marketing. And the last reason, why not? I have been learning Unity and game development for the last 3 years. Why would I give up? Why would you give up if you made your first game and fail? Let's say fail, because I don't think 90% of people who made the first game, they will be successful. So we are learning. I feel like I have the personality that I don't want to give up easily. I'm gonna give it another try, and maybe after that another game, of course. I don't want to get attached to one game, by the way. It has been really hard getting attached to one game for 3 years. It's not healthy for you guys. If you are a game developer, and I'm sure if you are still watching, most of you are game developers, do not get attached to one project. I know how much you love your project or your game, but at the same time, keep in mind, your game may fail, but you 100%, you will learn a lot from your first game, especially the first game. I don't know if this is a devlog or not, but yeah, it's an update about my game I'm making now. There is no name for the game so far, but I need to find a great, easy name to remember for people. And please, like the video for the algorithm and let me know in the comments what's your ideas. Maybe give me advices, I don't know. You may have better advices for me and ideas for the game if you are really interested. See you in the next video, and let's make this channel something. I feel like this channel is gonna be something in the future, maybe. We don't know. So yeah, thank you so much for watching this video. I really appreciate you guys. See you in the next video. Bye.